Hi everyone, welcome to Sunshine Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me today. So a little bit about me real quick before I get to talking about the pick a card here. I am just coming back on with doing tarot card readings after a bit of time away. I have been keeping up slowly with my one-on-one tarot card readings, but I haven't done any general ones in a while. And I really wanted to get back into that, so that is why we're here today. So the whole theme about this one is to welcome new changes and to welcome new ideas, and so I thought of this as my welcome day back into social media video recordings of, of general readings. So as always with any general reading, it is entertainment purposes only, and of course, anything that resonates with you, that's great, that is wonderful, I love that. Take what resonates. If nothing does resonate, just let it go and move on. That wasn't meant for you. As well as that, when it comes to tarot cards, I like to talk about them in terms of quotes, things that make us, or signs, or anything of sentimental value that makes us feel better. It's not that those things necessarily create stuff in our life. Like, for instance, this isn't necessarily tell the future, but it can resonate stuff in a vibration that can align with things that are going to happen to you, or things that make you feel better, the same way that reading a quote does, such as, like, if you read a quote that said you can do it, like, it's not the quote that made you do it, it's how the quote made you feel that then led to the actions that made you do that. So that's something to keep in mind here. But for my first welcome day back with general readings, I decided to keep it very simple, and I'm actually recording this introduction after I did all of the individual readings. So lots of exciting stuff happened and is going to happen for you guys in the upcoming week. But here's what we've got here. So group one, I've got this shell. It's a pretty yellow color. And group two, we have this pretty white and pink one that's got little barnacles on it, which is very cute. And group three is this long, smooth, beige-ish shell. So here are your things. So I'm going to let you have a moment, if you need to just feel out which one resonates with you. If more than one resonates with you, that's great. If not, that's okay. The timestamps will be in the comments below, so I'll let you have that moment. Okay, now we're going to get started. Hi, group one. So if you chose this pretty orange shell, I do love this shell a lot, then these are going to be your messages. And as I said in the introduction, we've got our ones that I already pulled for you right here, and then I will be clarifying with this Druid Craft Tarot deck as well, in case I need to. So these are going to be messages for what to look forward to this week, what you can be welcoming specifically. So here we go. I'm going to start with the unicorns. Best friends. Oh, that's going to be so nice. So you might be able to see some of your best friends this week. It says, true friends stick together no matter what. And laughter. You need a good laugh. Oh, I love this one because they are having so much fun, and I love this little goose. Or I guess it's a swan. I don't know. It could be either, but I really do like the idea of it being a goose. For your romance angels, it says, calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. And then for your tarot cards, we have the High Priestess. She's very pretty. I like her snake. The Nine of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles. And for all of these decks, I will be posting what decks they are in the comments in case you're wondering. I do like this one because it shines a lot. Okay, so let's get started here real quick. So off the bat, it looks like your week is going to be really great, actually, and you might be able to spend some time with your friends and have a really great time enjoying that. And of course, a lot of us are not seeing a lot of people physically, but that doesn't necessarily matter. You might be able to still. I know I have gone on some walks with some of my friends recently. We have been doing 6 feet apart while walking, but it's still been really great to see them, especially since I haven't been able to for some time. But either way, it looks like you're going to be able to see some of them this week, which is really, really great. And from that, I even would think that they might be able to come over to your space. So I see the Nine of Pentacles as your domain, so the things that you're putting together for yourself, and being able to invite them over to that. So maybe you've been doing some, you might be doing some sprucing up of your place this week, of your home, so then people can be able to come over and spend some time with you, which is really, really fun. Or you might be setting up something in terms of a virtual meetout. There might be some sort of tour that you're going to be able to do virtually with some of your friends, and to be able to bring some of that bonding and closeness together. So that's very, very nice. With that as well, with the Nine of Pentacles, I would also say that you will be really taking the time to bring this sort of thing together. Oh, I hope you guys can't hear that really loud motorcycle outside. Apologies for that. As I was saying, you'll be able to want to do this, I guess, because one thing I've been noticing a lot is we want to be able to spend time with people, and yet at the same time we might be a little lazy about it recently. So it's nice that you're really taking that time to discover what you're needing this week, and you're going to make it happen, whether it is hanging out with friends physically or be able to talk to them over the phone, which is really, really great. Hence why I do love this card, because I know that this is romance angels, but when I think of this deck in general, I do think of love. And I see this in terms of calling. You could be calling people who literally are your soulmates, your friends, your family, people who matter a whole lot to you, and people who you want to see. You might be trying to come up with those ways to hang out with them, so that's a lot of fun. And for this King of Pentacles, I'm actually going to pull something else for him as well. It could be like an individual, maybe a specific older individual that you get to spend a lot of time with and things like that, but I actually want to see, this might still have to pertain with all the fun that we're having here. So Group 1, King of Pentacles. Whoop! Oh, there we go. This one really wanted to fly out. Okay. Let me pull one more, because I think I have an idea of what we've got going on here. This one really wanted to come out. Ooh, okay. So lots of stuff going on here with Wands energy. So we've got Three of Wands and Ace of Wands. So something really exciting is happening with this person here. Something you're expecting. It could be, I'm sensing that this person's going to be giving you a gift of some sort, whoever this King of Pentacles is. It could technically also just be you, because of this very single vibe of Nine of Pentacles energy, where you are making these sorts of things happen for yourself this week. But I am seeing this more of as an extra person. So you might be seeing someone very special this week. They might be delivering something to you that you're very excited about, and it's going to inspire you to do what you have been trying to put off this week. And I think it still has to do around being friends with everyone. So that's very, very exciting. On top of that, I would even say that this is something you've been looking for a while. And it's, what I love about this card, it's something you've been expecting for a while, or been hoping for a while, so you're finally going to get it, which is super great. On top of that, you've been feeling so lonely for such a long time that it's going to be so great to hear from this person and to get anything from them. It might even be like a good idea of how to hang out. Maybe you've had a hard time of how to be able to bond with anyone outside of just, those virtual communications like Zoom and talking on the phone or something like that. And so it's still been very lonely and very boring, but you, through the inspiration of someone else, might actually come up with a really great idea to bond with people in a way that's not just communicating and just having a good time. I mean, we want to have a good time, but not just talking. It might actually be something productive, something that you could still do and get into your creative side a little bit while dealing with other people. So that's really, really cool to be able to have that opportunity. I'm kind of doing something like that too recently myself. I've been purchasing a lot of stuff for painting, and so I want this giant gallery wall in my bedroom where I want all the things that are on there to be painted by me, but there's a whole nother wall too in my apartment that I want friends to be painting, so I've been trying to get them excited about that and sending them out some things so then they could start painting for a particular wall in my house. So that's our way that we've been bonding over that, which is really, really great. Otherwise, it looks like a lot of fun here that you'll be doing with a specific person or a specific group of people. Particularly this King of Pentacles. He is got some really good ideas for you that you are going to be thriving with this week. So that really is a lot of fun. Especially with the fact that you've probably been by yourself a bit, and while you've made the best about that, now you can really shake things up a little bit and have a bit of a laughter that's different from just hanging out. So that's going to be so exciting. Good for you guys to be able to hang out with your best friends. I really like that. So that is your messages for this week. I'm keeping them very simple for this week for everyone, just to kind of get back into the flow of everything, since it's been so long since I've done a reading, as well as a super long time since I've done a general reading. So I hope you like it. Thank you so much. So if you chose group 2 with this really pretty pink and dark pink shell with some barnacles on it, this is going to be your messages for this week. I am keeping the messages really, really short for this week, but it is going to include the ones that I've already pulled that I choose to have them fly out for me for messages, and then I will be doing some clarification if need be with my Druid Craft Tarot deck. The messages are going to be focusing on what you could be welcoming for this week. Just the theme of welcoming new things and new ideas is very exciting, and so we're going to get started. I'm going to start with the unicorns here. So the first one says, it's okay to be different. You don't need to be like everyone else. You're just as perfect as you are. Oh, there's a little skunk down there. I don't think I've ever noticed that skunk before. And let go of stress. Don't take on other people's stress. Breathe it out. Ooh, so group 2, you've got some heavy feelings going on right now for this week. So you'll be dealing with that one quite a bit. Also, I'm sorry if you are hearing any sort of noises outside. I do live on a very busy street in the city. We do have chemistry here. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. Very nice. And you guys actually got 4 cards. I meant to only do 3, but 2 flew out at once, so I did take them both. So we have the Sun, very pretty sun. The Hermit. Ooh, yeah, so I'm seeing some connections with that already. 3 of Wands. And the Emperor. Okay, so already off the bat, I am seeing some stuff that is revolving around self-esteem. And so that's going to be something that you're going to have to be welcoming a lot this week, is your own sort of, your vibe, essentially. Especially when you got this, it's okay to be different here. You don't have to be like everyone else. Sometimes when I look at this card, I also think of it in terms of the Emperor. The Emperor can be really good at making actions done, and he can be really good at understanding what he wants, but sometimes I do see him as somebody who deals with some self-esteem issues sometimes, deals with not necessarily knowing how other people are going to react to him or how he's feeling, and that could be anything. That could be in terms of maybe you're making some decisions this week and you're kind of worried about how other people are going to respond to them, whether that's something like spending some time with other people or actually wanting to be by yourself, which I'm seeing a lot of this week here with the Hermit as well. Either way, this is still something that you need to focus, like, not that you need to, but it would be great to focus on this week in terms of your own great self and the things that really matter to you in terms of that. So what could you do? Well, first of all, I mean, it's very obvious in this one. You can just breathe it out, let go of not other people's stress only, but also other people's opinions about what you're doing. Sometimes people do get really stressed out with our choices and the things that we're choosing to do, and they do get very worried about us. And sometimes they have, it's valid to be worried. Maybe we're being very sad or isolated or things like that. And sometimes they just have no clue what they're thinking about, and that's okay. Like sometimes people worry about us, and we have to take that moment to really embrace, like, okay, like this is what they're thinking. It's completely fine, but to sit there and allow yourself to go, okay, but I know what I'm feeling, and this is what I'm thinking, and I can still love and appreciate that person for how they're feeling, but I'm not going to let it sway me either way. So that is a really strong message I'm getting for some of you right now is just really think about yourself and appreciate the other people who are feeling the same, who are feeling a certain way about you, but not really taking it in. Let it go. So yeah, again, you're going to be spending quite a bit of time with yourself this week. And that's not to say that you're not going to be hanging out with anyone. I'm sure plenty of you live with other people and you will be spending time with them. But this is more of like a spiritual by yourselfness, really taking the time to think about you and what you're feeling and not so much absorbing what other people are feeling, which is probably something that you're prone to do. You're prone to attracting and really sucking in what other people are feeling and worrying about, and that's understandable. I mean, like, we're all social creatures, and that's something that we all do. But don't try not to this week. It's very important for you. What I really like about this one, because I know that Romance Angels, I'm sure some of you know this deck, it tends to think about romance, but it can be all forms of love. But what I do like about this is he's trying to offer her something, and it's this golden beam of light, and she looks a little unsure of herself. And when I kind of look at this, I see this as like you being a little unsure of like what to do with this, and this being more of like the energy or the spirits or whatever you believe in that's trying to say to you, hey, look, focus on this week. This is focus on the beauty that is you. And this person's going, oh, I'm not so sure of that, like just me. And they're like, yes, just you. Just focus on that and try not to attract so much of this other stuff that is going on with other people. Because when you do that, you're going to feel so much better. Like this week, you're going to feel a lot of clarity in terms of what you really need and in terms of like what stuff you can kind of let go of and just focus more on for yourself and make happen for yourself. So then you can really embrace who you are and also just not think about the stress of other people this week. Literally, stop it. Don't let what other people are thinking this week get to you, because it can. Now for this Three of Wands, this one's going to be very interesting because, I mean, Three of Wands has to do with collaboration with other people, and everything else at this point has been kind of saying to take a step back from other people this week, but I'm kind of curious. Let's see. Let's pull some little clarification cards here. Ooh, that one came out right away. Oh, gosh. I'll pull out one more because I don't know if that was very fair, but okay. Group two, Three of Wands. Group two, Three of Wands. What do they have to do? Ooh, okay, here we go. Oh, there's one more. Okay, we got some major arcana cards here that are really popping up for you. So the first one that demanded it came out was the Tower. I love this card. I know it's it's got a very heavy energy, but that's okay. And then we also got the Moon. Some stuff with uncertainty there. This is very pretty. I love this deck, in case anyone's ever heard of it. I will put it in the comments. And the World card. So, okay, so this sounds very interesting. So the first thing I'm kind of getting is the Three of Wands here. What this is representing is actually these three energies. That's already what I'm kind of coming up with here, just because so many of them came out, and now I'm kind of feeling like, what is this gem, this thing that you need to be focusing on? I'm kind of looking at this gem as this part or essence of you that you need to be focusing on this week. So what do we have here? Well, Tower, major change, and I don't necessarily mean like a physical huge tablecloth rip from under you sort of vibe, more of like the epiphany that you're probably going to be going through this week in terms of what you need and the things that you need to be stopping. Maybe something very serious in terms of not like terribly serious, but something will happen where you kind of have to have that moment where you stop worrying about other people's stress, and that's going to be what's going to be to go, okay, I need to stop thinking about this. I need to take a moment. I need to be by myself. That's one thing that could be happening this week for you. Oh, another one is going to be determined exploration. So when I look at this card, and this is very interesting because you've got the sun already. So things are supposed to be clearing up for you by the end of the week. You know, something's supposed to be clearing up. And even with the moon, I don't know if you can see in the background here, but the sun is there. Now, whether or not it's, in my mind, it's rising. So when the moon is out, things are in shadows. You can't quite see anything, but the path that is literally beneath your feet. So you have to walk up the path in order to explore anything else beyond that. So it's going to take a little bit of time. It's not going to just all of a sudden be like an aha moment can be the start of your path for sure, but it's not just going to be like aha and then everything just becomes clear. It's going to take some effort for you to kind of keep going this week with what you're feeling and really thinking it out. So we've got, in my mind, a sort of dramatic thing happening maybe with someone else, or something that's going on that makes you go, that's it, this is the last straw, I need to just be me this week. Then just you exploring that, and then, ooh, okay, so the phase here I see is like the happily ever after, the sun. So really kind of tying that in this week, you're going to be discovering something about what you need for yourself and really focusing on that. That is huge, truly, because not a lot of people do that. And especially now, you would think that because a lot of us have all this time to devote to other things because we don't have to go outside, and some of us may not be working, but that doesn't mean anything. When our routine is disrupted, we kind of fall into a funk that we don't realize, and it's really left you confused with yourself, I feel. And now you're kind of getting yourself not just back. Not only are you getting yourself back, but you're getting a new piece of yourself in there that you have never realized was there before, and that's going to be huge. You've got some major vibes going on this week for you guys in group 2. I'd actually love to know if any of this resonates with any of you from group 2, and if anything happens, please let me know by the end of the week. I'm very interested about that. Other than that, that is your messages for this week. Group 3, so if you guys chose this really wide and smooth shell here, these are going to be your messages. I think you guys actually got the most cards so far, so that is going to be very interesting as well. So we're going to get started here. So I did pull from 3 decks, and then I also am going to clarify if I need to with my Druid Tarot deck if need be. The messages this week are going to be very simple and to the point, and they're again going to be about welcoming energies, things to focus on that you should be accepting and welcoming into your life for this week. So here we go. I'm going to start with these ones. So we have Healer. You have a power to help and heal others. Very nice. You are gifted. You are very intelligent and talented. Clearly you are, if you're able to heal and help people. That is a very wonderful talent. And forgive. It's time to let go of anger or blame. And then for your romance angels, which you guys got 2, I don't think anyone else got 2. Forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. Wow, okay, so we've got a huge thing with healing with this week for you guys, and releasing stuff, forgiving. Wow, okay, big thing for you guys this week. I love when stuff like this happens. That's so cool. And heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. That is wonderful. Also, I've been apologizing to every group so far. I live in a very busy street, so there seems to be, I don't know, a race of motorcycles been going by this whole hour. So I'm sorry if you hear that. It might be very loud. I apologize. But back to this. Wow, you've got so much going on this week so far with that in general. That is so cool. Five of Wands is you're going to be your first tarot card. We've got the Six of Pentacles and the Two of Wands. Wow, okay. So much of this has a lot to do with communication with other people, with healing, with really opening up with another person. So I actually want to start with this one first. So we got the Five of Wands here, which can be a little bit of an argument sort of card sometimes. It can be fun and bantering and butting heads a little bit playfully. So one of two things I'm getting. First is this probably was an argument or something that's been boiling already, and now it's kind of coming to the surface this week, and that's when you get to do all this other fun stuff. Or it is something that does happen this week, but you then are able to work it out pretty quickly, which is really great. I do see it as something that's not very serious, but it is some, like in terms of what happens or what's talked about, but it might be something that triggers something in you that is serious, or something about yourself that you didn't know that you were really bothered by. For instance, the one thing that keeps coming to my mind is when people make a joke and they didn't mean anything by it, but for some reason, and you don't get why, it just bothers you, whatever they say. That's kind of what I'm getting from for that one. And from that, you have got a ton of forgiveness and learning this week. So here we are with some heart-to-heart conversations here. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. That takes two, quite honestly. And that's why I love that the Six of Pentacles is coming up here, because there is a lot of a give and take happening. And for you to discuss with somebody, what I'm feeling is you obviously are going to have a conversation or some serious conversations with people this week, but I see you bringing them up, not waiting for them to bring it up, although if they are the ones to bring it up, that's great. But I see you going for it, and for you taking that leap to discuss something with people. And some of you, that might be something you're very comfortable with, obviously, because it's a gift for you to be able to communicate with other people, but this might be something that you've been holding on to for some time, or you didn't really know how to discuss, or maybe you do feel really uncomfortable communicating with other people, thinking that you won't be good at it, but you're going to discover that you can do this, and that is so great. I'm going to hold this one off for a second because I've already got an idea about it, and it still revolves around this, but these both, wow, I just love that there's so much going on here with forgiveness and healing and communication. So you're going to be really letting go of something this week, but I also see that you're going to help other people to forgive and let go of something as well, which is huge. There's whatever this thing is. I'm kind of curious. I'm kind of curious if they could tell me anything about what's happening for some of you. That this, oh gosh, golly. Okay, already. Rebirth, which is like the Judgment card, and the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so, I am so sorry, guys, if you can hear that. I apologize for that. Wow, okay, so what I'm getting from this is something, okay, so this might be something that you've been trying to cultivate for a while, how to talk to this person, how to be prepared for this conversation that you're going to have with them, and it's, I see like a rekindling of a friendship, like something happened where, even though, like I said, it was probably not that serious, it became serious, and so you're really going to recreate a friendship or a relationship. I've seen more of a friendship, though, to be honest. A relationship with someone this week that it's going to be bigger and better than it was before, which is really cool. You're going to take that time to really heal and help others heal. So the thing is if you're going to help other people heal, you have to really understand what it is that you're feeling about that before you start telling anyone else how to feel or help them with how they feel. You can't do that unless you're in a space to uh, accept them for where they're at in this predicament and to be able to truly forgive them. And the thing about forgiveness is it's not I forgive you because you made amends or you did something different or you fixed the problem. It's I forgive you because I forgive you because I have this ability to let go of that stuff. And because of that, that is the inspiration you're going to cause for the other person to make a different choice. So I'm seeing this and I'm seeing you and another person or a group of other people, whatever, between two people, between a belief here and between like a heavy emotional lit thing. I normally don't read this card this way, but that's kind of how I'm viewing it right now. And here you are coming together over this thing, and you are going to really help this person along with this week. But again, like the thing, this is a true healing. This is not just I'm going to communicate with you so then we can blow this over and then not be angry anymore with each other or trying to get them to see what they did wrong or whatever. It is truly something of I forgive you. I accept you for who you are. I accept me for who I am. I'm giving compassion to myself in this situation. And now I really want to make this better. It is completely from a place of unconditional love, which is so nice. And the fact that you're going to be working on that this week, really thinking about how can I make this better? How can I forgive? How can I create a better space for me and this other person or people? I want one more. I can't. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Okay. So some heartbreak here over this. I mean, some old story, some old past thing happened. So it could be something that, again, I still feel like whatever the start of this was, it wasn't that big of a deal, but it did lead to something more serious online, or how you feel about it really got amplified. It's a story that you've told yourself over and over again. We're going to finally heal this stuff, or start to this week, which is so great. I'm sorry I keep saying we. This is all you guys, but sometimes I say we automatically. I can't help it, but you're really going to help these, not only you heal, but this other person, which is so great. So what I'm seeing from this is the first thing you would have to do is to really kind of tackle how you feel about the situation first. What parts are you willing to accept? What parts are you willing to forgive? Those are the things you can start with before you can even go on to kind of communicate with this other person. Because again, it's not about them forgiving you if you fix something or you forgiving them only if they fix something. It's about unconditionally accepting them and being like, I love you more than what this problem was. And we can become better than that. We can move past this. So I see a lot of that for you guys this week, which is really amazing. I really would love to know if this resonates with you guys, because this is such a huge message, especially, this is definitely for somebody, because, I mean, how often do all those things kind of pull out like that? I wish I had shuffled for you guys on camera so you could have seen. I didn't look at them until I turned them over with you guys. So I really hope you enjoyed that. That was